Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Überfest 2024, sponsored by Be Quiet Pure and Memory PC. We're back for day number 3, the final day. As you can see up there in the quarterfinals, the Dogs are beating 2-1 against 3.5 stars, knocking them down, and then they are making currently a lower bracket run by the looks of things. And we're through to SKEDDA versus the Dogs. Our first game of the day.
Pepe's Pizza Party, I guess, was on paper considered upset. I always, I'm being a smug little analyst. I would say like it was always on the cards. It was always possible. This is a team that are considered like a LAN team. They don't really care for online that much. They play online because, to quote Yak, he said to me, like, you have to, just because we're not good enough. We're not a witness where we can't just not play online for 3 months and then turn up to LAN and then pick up our check.
Yeah, I mean, besides the Dogs beating Frenchies out of the tournament, basically, I mean, by proxy, and then the Peppers upset, they've proven themselves to be a bagel specialist, apparently. And I would not be surprised if every team from this day forward, or much rather 2 day, whenever they play them, decides to ban that map against them.
Yeah, we do have map picks and bans that we can show on the stream, so here we go for those. Let's see if we can get them up. Here we go. Production.
The pressure on production.
Production. Here we go.
Bosh.
There we go. A very intelligent ban immediately coming out from SKEDDA. I talked about it the other day, but product is their pick with the Kazuki Sniper. Even the Prem team is quaking their boots at that one, so immediately banning that one out. Process as the ban from the Dogs. I think that's relatively expected, but the Dogs also picking up Sultry, the Zuma team with the Zuma map.
I guess I get to really indulge as a little caster person and like have an ear to the ground or maybe an ear to the players, I suppose.
Speaking of the players, we have player walk-ins ready, so we're going to throw it over to the stage where we can see the teams coming out. So we're going to throw it over to them.
Introducing the Premiership team who are here looking to prove the entire world as the Überfest Grand Champions, SKEDDA! On the opposite side of the arena, the dark horse of the tournament, stealing victory after victory, the David to the Goliath, the Dogs!
As they make their way into their seats getting ready. One thing that we were all pointing out as we were sat here on the couch is, wow, they have some wonderful PCs there. Be Quiet Pure and Memory PC providing those. Look at them. They're gorgeous. I'm so happy they've been able to provide all this stuff for us.
Yeah, and they're powerful as well.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm so grateful they've been able to provide these PCs and actually make the LAN happen. It's been amazing so far. The kit is like undeniably the best. Now to our caster duo in the booth, it's Benpl and not Steven.
Yes, hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your final day coverage here at Überfest. I am joined here by Ben, picked last for Dodgeball. How are you doing today, Ben? You looking forward to seeing some more of the Dogs?
Oh, absolutely. It's been such an exciting run. Every game they're playing seems to be going to golden caps, golden mids even sometimes. It's been utter nail-biters all the way through, and they just don't lose. They keep running, and it's a big hurdle they've got coming up, but they're on such good form.
Yeah, everyone thinks every game they're playing they should be losing. We think, oh, this is a team that's surely going to beat them. They beat 3.5 stars. Everyone's like, how do they do that? Like, oh, surely you're going to go down to this Duplo team. They've been playing together. They're doing super well in Div 1 here. They've been looking super solid against their competition all LAN, right? They kind of had that LAN buff a little bit. But no, the Dogs, they're just better there. But they are making it nail-biters here. And now this is going to be their biggest challenge coming up against SKEDDA here, who have maybe had the opposite. They had those big hopes and dreams, and they just haven't quite delivered so far, but they've managed to claw it back through this lower bracket, and this will be their kind of final challenge here, at least for now.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw them yesterday dropping that series to Pepe's Pizza Party, which has not really gone their way, obviously. It's a matchup we had them favoured in, but yeah, now they've got to bounce down. They've got to do it the hard way now. They've got to come back through against this Dogs roster, which, as we've learned from before, you absolutely cannot underestimate them.
Yeah, no, the Dogs have been super solid. They've had some real standout plays and some players, and when they get rolling, they're doing really well here. But do we really think that they can beat out the caliber of the SKEDDA players? You know, I mean, we have our base gods, we have our Maks, these players who have won Prem before, and they are joined by such a solid roster. I feel like it's the Dogs. They are the underdog here, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. 90% of the time, I think SKEDDA run with this, and it's free. But this is LAN. Anything can happen. You never know. Like, some people just turn up, and it's just their day. And it looks like we're getting already on the rollout. It's Sultry, game number 1. The Dogs in the blue, SKEDDA in the red. Make some noise for the first game of this best of 3 to see who's going to get into the top 3 of this series.
Rolling out here onto Sultry mid. We'll see how these demo inside play it. Both kind of playing from this cheese area, taking that slow spam battle as things begin, waiting for one of these teams to start committing here. They just want to get some spam. Demo Man taking some early damage might be enough for SKEDDA to try to go on, but they want to take it slowly. First bombs are coming round easily, denied there by nice smash rockets. But Mak, the first player, all they need to do now is keep Martin alive.
Yeah, there's going to be so much pressure. The Warped already bombing it into Cheese, does one big damage rocket, but that's all they're going to find so far. The push comes in, but all the Dogs players, there's 3 left alive. They're all running back to level. They're scurrying away. Martin has 90% Uber charge. It's going to be a big advantage. SKEDDA, the Chasers had to stop. The Dogs are going to hang on.
Really, really good from the Dogs to start things off here. Mak has already spawned, so they are going to need to take this push relatively quickly here to make sure they can take advantage of this Uber that they have retained.
Yeah, it's hard to push in. They really don't want to get forced too early. They've got to try and find their way in. Looks like Cheese is the name of the game so far, but taking so much spam on the way, and Yimpo taking super weak bombs coming in high as well. Trying to land in Geordie. Going to just fade around, and he's taken down by a really nice pipe there from Yimpo as the push comes in completely unscathed. And look at the ad. It's still 60% advantage for the Dogs. They can keep walking on this.
Yeah, this is really, really nice for the Dogs here. Getting that pick onto Geordie as well just means there's one less player to worry about when you are taking this space here. And they're playing so passive on SKEDDA. It looks like there's no way that you get in, you know, without this Uber here. And they just leave it. They give it up for free for the Dogs. But 80% Uber on Mak here means things are going to slow down. The Dogs should know that this Uber is pretty much upright. It's so hard to get a push on such small ad. Mak has it now, and now you have the difficulty of sacking into this last point. But they haven't got that full setup. There's a sniper, but there's not really a gun. It looks like it was Phoenix jumping in. Second bomb comes in. Can he find anything? No. Kasuki denied. Mak in spawn, no problem whatsoever. The counter bombs coming through here into Ali, unable to get anything. And we should quiet just for a moment here. But no, Base God, he wants to keep on the offensive.
2 soldiers down, and absolutely why not when you're landing damage like this in from the alley? I believe it's they've realised that's enough as they can push. They're going to have to back up, just wait for these spawners to come in, and now it's all eyes over to the Dogs because they've brought an off-class. They sacked their 2 soldiers in, and one of those soldiers is not coming back up on Soldier. They're instead opting for the sniper, and on Sultry last it can be hard, but clearing these high ground spots for these soldiers is super useful. Kasuki going to be choosing the angle to peek in from, and he's an absolutely deadly sniper on his day.
Yeah, usually the soldier player, but it's sniper quite formidable. See it on product very often. Ooh. First pick onto Geordie. Super good there. It's going to give way more angles for Kasuki here if he wants to take this right-hand side, but it looks like he's going to opt for a lower right now. Don't know if he's going to find anything before he's really spotted it. Oh, gets a glimpse of Mak here, but Soldier spams him, takes him down. Phoenix goes down in the meantime as well, and this should be someone trying to get some pressure on it. We saw Base God coming in from Valley before. Looks like Warped is going to help follow up with him.
Yeah, it was so well dealt with there from SKEDDA. I thought things could start tumbling as soon as Geordie went down, but they managed to just bolster the hatches there on those doorways and just make sure that no one could get in as well. With only 1 soldier there to bomb through, it's so hard. Phoenix has the world against him and does not succeed on this occasion, but that's the thing, it's Sultry. It's so hard to push out of. There's still 3 minutes 20 on the round timer, and it's another just re-roll of the dice now from the Dogs. Kasuki back up on the soldier as we go for maybe something a little bit more cookie cutter on the push in. It's all about these sacks, all about this pressure, but with his gun on the close right, it could be quite hard to deal with.
Yeah, and we are seeing a banner coming up on Geordie as well, so was taking maybe my advice from yesterday that they should start running banners more. That might not match Kasuki. Shoot bomb in. Can he find the rocket? He gets the force here, along with Sneaky coming in for that 2-man play. It's turned into a 3-man here. This is usually when you can push out of this last point. SKEDDA already on the second point, and the Dogs know that this is the play. They need to leave here. There's no way that they can hold on to the second point.
Yeah, but they can aggress so fast as well. Geordie's still down. They got 2 forward spawns on mid. They can start aggressing so quick. Yes, there is Uber charge getting built up over on Mak. But if they're quick on the dogs, they have so much time to work with here to push in. They're already taking space into second. Second point is going to fall in a matter of seconds, and they're already looking for last. They're already pushing into lobby. The dogs, they're in a good position here.
They've been playing this so well on the dogs. They've been playing perfect TF2, and they are giving the respect on SKEDDA here. You thought maybe they play a bit more aggressive, play a bit more disrespectful for the dogs, but they're giving them the respect, and the dogs are playing amazing as they come in on this right-hand side, locking down these spawns. Everyone is in spawn. It's just a couple of soldiers blocking, but the spawners are coming out now, and the dogs are losing one, trading one at least. Huge bomb coming in on Phoenix. Can he find the medic? Not able to for now. Jordy is down, and they want to keep fighting this on the dog to take this first round here, but it's heavy, putting out so much damage. Menex nearly single-handedly locking this one down for SKEDDA. And now they will have Uber advantage, and they look like they don't want to push it, Ben.
Yeah, there was a late attempt there at a salvage there into Mak, who survived in about 30 HP. Really nice moves there from the SKEDDA medic, but as you say, the heavy does all the damage it needs to do with SKEDDA. Able to push out, able to take some space in second, and yes, they have a little bit of advantage by the time seconds capped up. Not going to be too much, so the dogs perhaps able to get some sort of setup here ready on mid, but they are stationed fairly passively in the SKEDDA. They want to push in on this. It's only 15 hard. Kasuki bombs in, does massive damage and gets this force out.
Yeah, really good from Kasuki. Went for the demo man. If he gets that pick, that's super solid. They need to be careful they don't lose someone else here, but that does mean that the advantage is now switched over to the side of the dogs here, so they should be setting up for a push. SKEDDA does manage to get this point, so they're going to get any forward spawns that do come in here. Looks like the dogs, they're waiting for Kasuki. They know it's not a big rush here. They should be able to get mid, but they need to be careful of these bombs because we saw what Kasuki has just done. I think they might go for a similar thing here on the side of SKEDDA. No, they're just backing out. There's no one looking for this. Just spamming, trying to get the force from this, playing it really smart. Here comes the bomb in, straight onto the demo man, straight into the force. Geordie's living behind as well. This could be critical.
This is so good from SKEDDA. They've got their Uber charge so fast. It was a really good attempt at a milk in, and Geordie has been taken down finally, but Sneaky's gone so far back for it. SKEDDA already have Uber. They can re-aggress on this if they want to, and it looks like they're going to come straight in from Cheese. There are soldiers high, trying to land in onto Mak. One nice rocket from Kasuki, but not the second one to follow up. Mak lives to fight another day, and the Uber charge still up for SKEDDA.
Yeah, you can't really do the same play twice, right? They were expecting that bomb to come in this time. And yeah, Mak played in a really nice position there to manage to mitigate that. And that does mean they still have that advantage. It's still about 30%, and they are moving fast and thick into this point, and the dogs know this. They're backed out. They've gone to last here. So now SKEDDA in the driving seat. Phoenix! Oh, he beats the rocket! You can't be doing that, Phoenix. That now means he's down for 18 seconds. Ubers are even, but SKEDDA, they know how to work off of these small advantages. They know there's going to be no soldier watching the flank here.
Yeah, that rocket was so crucial. I reckon that dropped Mak if that hits. Mak was so low HP. If that director come in, it could have been it, but now it's all on SKEDDA, all on their push in. Geordie already taken down by the gun. The early attempt at a sack not coming successful, so now with the dogs, they can breathe for a moment. They can get their gun up. They've already got a heavy and a sniper as well. They can calm, but they have a big onslaught coming their way. SKEDDA in the driving seat.
Yeah, good defense from the dogs there. They need to be careful of these bombs or any off classes that Geordie might come up on. Looks like they're going to stick to Cookie Cutter today. Maybe they have some more ideas. I think he might be on the funny boots. That was a lot of damage Geordie just took while rolling out. He is on the funny boots.
Oh, I love to see this. It's so good as well when these guns are close. The enemy team will not expect a soldier just landing straight in onto a medic who's perhaps sat in a dispenser. The armor doesn't really help if the soldier is literally right there with you. And that is going to be the name of the game now for SKEDDA as they try and push in. The funny boots on Sultry, I've seen it work a couple of times. It's not necessarily the most common map for it, but I'd love to see it work.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do with it. They need to at least... Oh, that's crazy. They're just spamming the gun first. Did I hear a parachute as well?
It is, I think. Is that a parachute on the... It looks like it. The spam coming over the top. We're going to get the gun down and
big bomb from Wall.
Bombs in.
Can't find anything though.
No parachute.
But here comes the second bomb. It's Geordie in here. Can he find any kills? Looks like he can find Kasuki, but they take down two for this. Warps goes down as well. So they just can't really push on SKEDDA here. But I like what they're doing. They're trying to send in these sacks fast, catch the dogs off, but they are playing really well here. They're making sure that their medic's in spawn. He's not going to die. That gun is always up protecting. And they're just playing it solid on the dogs here. We've seen them have such good defenses previously against 3.5 stars, especially, right? They just held onto these last points for so long. They're comfortable here. They know what they're doing. I don't know what SKEDDA really needs to do to change things up, but I don't know if these double bombs are necessarily going to make it happen if the dogs keep playing how they are.
I liked the idea last time of using the parachute to bomb up and spam that gun. Even though you're not doing too much damage, you can get so many rockets off, and that's what Warped was able to do. But bombing in with the parachute there was quite low when the parachute was deployed, so didn't manage to have too much chance. Geordie going to bomb in, dual bomb flying in. Geordie landing all the way up behind the back of the point. Onto the sniper, does not get the frag. The second wave of aggression also repelled from the Dogs. Double bomb again, not quite working out for them.
Yeah, you'd have to think they've now seen that our medic is just in spawn, right? The spawn door's not even open for him to even get a single rocket in there. They've got to change something up here because this double bomb is going to stop working now. Like, they know it's not going to work. You need to change something. You need to spam this gun and then play it slow. And it looks like what they're going to do is send Menex up on this sniper class here. So going to be looking for some angles to open things up. We saw a little bit of success from the Dogs doing a similar thing here, but Sneaky is up on the sniper here, so going to have a little bit of contest here. But I have to say, Menex has been playing amazingly. First shot rings out, unable to find the headshot onto the soldier, but they know where he is now. This is going to be good info for Sneaky.
Yeah, it's all about the sniper.
Oh,
the shot! What a shot onto Impo. Demoman down. This is such a good opportunity for SKEDDA to start the push in. Phoenix knows it. Tries to go for some counter-aggression in behind the high sign. The spam comes in. Gun very, very weak to it. Massive, massive damage. Omga taking down the engineer, down the pyro, down. Menex goes for even more shots on the flying soldier. Ubercharge forced out finally from the Dogs. SKEDDA, there's only 2 enemy players left alive. Impo just spawning in. They can re-aggress. They're using their Ubercharge. It's looking so, so good for the offense.
Yeah, it's looking really, really nice here, but this is Sultry last. We've seen weirder things happen. A couple of spawners are coming out, and it's only 5 seconds till the neck, but they're getting some cap time, and it's only 2 players really able to contest here. It's crazy. The spawners are coming up as well. Nice shots once more. Sneaky has to do God's work here. He needs to deny someone, shut them out, otherwise they're going to have a re-aggress. It needs to be base god dead. It's base god down, and it's looking so good for the Dogs. They clutch up here.
You cannot count out this team. It was 6v2 for a moment. How on earth do they hang on? The spawners just in time. Great plays from Sneaky. Impo on the respawn too. Some huge, huge individual moments there on the defense. I thought that was a done deal for SKEDDA.
But it's only 1 minute remaining on this clock here. This is when we see kind of the trades come out. They're building up this Uber. Should be about 10% advantage for SKEDDA, but shouldn't mean too much. And you've still got the scary thing of this Menex sniper. If he can open up this fight and they take just a superior trade here, it could be all over in under a minute here as they are walking in, Ben.
Yeah, they're getting rid of Warped. He's got so much ground actually before the bomb comes in. One rocket, second one gets the force out. But with 30 seconds left, it's going to have to be a fairly quick re-engage. Warped lives. How on earth do you live from that? But now the re-aggression can come in. Sniper, not ideal perhaps for this situation. Ubercharge used out from SKEDDA onto AF. 2 frags coming through, including the heavy. A really important kill to find so many weak players. SKEDDA, they're piling us to the point. More headshots ringing out from Menex. And this is surely around this time. SKEDDA take the lead.
That's exactly what they needed to do there. That was a perfect bomb to get things started, get that Uber out early, let Menex have some space, and they just really couldn't do too much after that. But a good first round for the Dogs. They were, the underdog coming in. They're showing fight here, but they need to do just that little bit better. But because of SKEDDA, they just look consistent. That sniper.
Menex is so good. How do you hit all these shots? It's so consistent. Every single game we see Menex playing it. It's so, so good. But last time, it was the Dogs who had the favourable mid-fight. They were able to find that kill into Mak, and they conceded a lot of ground doing so, but they had a success. So see if they manage to get something similar rolling again for them.
Yeah, they need to be a bit more careful this time on SKEDDA. I don't think they were expecting that initial bomb, but can't do that twice because SKEDDA will be watching for it here. So you have to change something up. It is a passive mid starting out once again, and these soldiers are on lock. They know where they're coming from. Phoenix bombing in first. It's a big fake bomb, not able to find anything. Here comes Kasuki onto base god, but it's not enough damage here, and surely this has to be the backing out. The health on the Dog is minuscule. You need to get Martin out here though.
Yeah, it's so, so hard. Only the scout and medic, they're so, so far away. They are getting out, but those bombs were absolutely denied. We saw the POV from Kasuki. That must feel absolutely awful. You're bombing around, you see the medic there, you just get blasted away, completely repelled before the damage can come through. And these spawners are actually only just coming in. There's a lot of ground already taken by SKEDDA into last. Omga here to try and defend for a moment, but we're straight back to where we were a mere minute ago. The Dogs trying to hang on to their own last point, and SKEDDA already aggressing.
Yeah, this is really, really nice from them, but not able to get much. I think they wanted to try to get an early sack. If they got some early damage from those soldiers coming in, they might have been able to do something, but Omga was just set up too good here. But now this is good for SKEDDA once more, right? They're quite happy here. They're a round up. They're pushing into last. They've got the full 5 minutes until that round reset. They're in no trouble at all here. They have no reason to do anything super risky, any 3-4-man sacks. They're either going to try to play a sniper or go for these sacks. It looks like at the moment it's going to be sacks that they're opting for, as they have kind of kept, to this cookie cutter comp so far. We'll see if they can make it happen. We saw them give a couple of attempts. They definitely had a game plan of how they wanted to sack in here. We'll see if they can make it work.
Yeah, before they got a lot of success with these sniper picks, but this time Menek's going to be up on the scout. The other ones were being repelled reasonably well by the combo of the gun and the engineer. This time it's a sniper though up on Sneaky instead, who might be landing the first shot here, just the 150 over towards that soldier of Warped. Mak taking a bit of spam over towards damage too, as things sort of really need to heat up now for SKEDDA. They're sort of trying to peek in a bit further, but the sniper sight lines, the demo man spam, it's so good, and it's just so hard to get into these tiny choke points.
Yeah, they need to just slow it down a little bit on SKEDDA here. Take their time, get these full buffs, and get these jumps in. They're doing good jobs spotting here. These scouts are always looking around and seeing what they can do. They're going to spam the gun from lower. No one's ready for it. The gun goes down. Have they got someone ready to sack in? Because they need to go before you can even get this level 1. Otherwise, it just throws you around so much.
Well, they're in already into this far left-hand side. Geordie going to be the one landing all the way down
On
towards
the
back right on the sniper. Does not get the kill, I don't think. No, Sneaky living on very low HP. Warped goes down to the double sack. There is good damage over towards, like you said, the sniper and the demo of Yimpo, but that is literally it. It was a great attempt. Gun spam down. It's perfect scenario, but the bomb lands in and there's no one there where it lands.
Yeah, not able to really get in with anything here on the dogs. Phoenix heavily contested there, taken down to 50 HP. Sneaky trying to snipe at another angle, but also taken down low. So they're going to have to reset things here as Warped and Geordie have come back up here. It is the parachute out. So we'll see how they want to play this. It looked like before they were going to play it on that left-hand side and spam the gun, and maybe then you can send someone for an insta-fast bomb. I think that's the play you need to go for.
Yeah,
just go direct hit at that point.
Yeah, absolutely cool. But we'll see what it decides to go for with the parachute. There's plenty of options, like you say. But I think first of all, perhaps priority to get onto the gun. But that's not going to happen when Sneaky is hitting shots like this. And now this just postpones everything. Everyone back out of lobby, gonna chill, wait for this respawn to come in, and it just buys the dogs a bit more time. They can aggress a little bit with their sniper, but they know it's so risky.
Yeah, but do you think they should go for that while they know they have this spawner? Right, it doesn't matter too much. They're going to take so long to run back, get buffed. You might as well go for that hero shot every now and again. Warped waiting in spawn, waiting for someone to come back. It does look like it's going to be a scout coming back, which you know what that means. It's sniping time again. They had such success with it in the previous round. Menek's got a 5k during those two little fights. They are checking it so they know there's going to be a sniper coming up here. Sneaky, he's on it. He's called it out to his team. He says, guys, there's a sniper. Play safe. Yimpo, do not show your head, fella, because otherwise it is going to get shot off.
Yeah, with the form that Menek's is on so far, it absolutely will be shot off because Menek's has barely been missing a beat so far in this sultry match. And again, peeking in from this far left-hand side so far as we see if anyone's going to rear their heads. Yimpo is spamming towards it. Might be the first one seen. No, never mind.
Oh,
it does actually for a moment.
Shows his head, but Warped actually comes in for the stack. It's a distraction. He gets the four. Such a good heads-up play. They know the Menek's not playing back for fear of that sniper. That's the only place he's safe from the sniper. But when you're not safe in spawn, you're not safe at all here. The Uber is forced out on the side of SKEDDA as well. It's not good to start with. However, Yimpo and Phoenix have gone down. The Poot is doing work, denying Geordie here. But he's in with the parachute. He's going around. He gets Martin. He's staying alive. We've seen how good this weapon can be. It keeps you in the fight, keeps you doing damage, but they're holding on. They're Heavy still alive. He goes down. It's a 2k from Af. Can the soldier find the kills? Can it ring true? It's looking so good. Max in, but Max down once
How
more.
are they hanging on here? Oh
They've
my
done
dear
it
me.
again.
I thought they were going to hang on there for a moment.
My
when
God.
those last couple of spawners ran, I was like, how on earth do the dogs? There's always fight left. But like you say, the parachute makes such a big difference there on this bomb in. If this soldier lands on low ground, that effect is completely nullified.
Yeah, you just get pushed back by that heavy, right? If it was a normal bomb and you go nowhere, but managed to get Martin, and that might have been the tiny thing that kept them into that fight and let them get that second round. SKEDDA looking good so far, 12 minutes ago, so it's all to play for. The dogs not looked bad on mid so far, but they need to try to get something going early, otherwise I think SKEDDA just understand the spam game just a little bit better. Yeah,
last time it was a really good slow burn from SKEDDA, eventually just picking up pretty much everyone on these bombs from the dogs. This time it's going to be a bit of a slower affair until the bomb comes in. Finally, Phoenix going to land fade away towards the top right as the scouts are actually the ones who are going to be pushing in over on the blue side, and they're both, the soldiers getting caught out. It's really not going their way for the dogs.
Yeah, Sneaky's in behind is the only thing, but the rest of his team has to back out here, and he's taken down so low. Managing to get Menek's, though. So this is pretty good. Has to be a bit careful. Watt is going to be up on 8 seconds, and they are going to be watching out for him in the back here. Actually, though, they want to regress here on the dogs. It's Ombre out through Cheese, taking this fight in the 1v1. Not able to hit a shot, though. Sneaky dies to Af here. It's a travesty, and the rest of the dogs are surely going to have to run with the tail between their legs all the way back to their second at least. Oh, but they get Yimpo as well. This is awful now for the dogs. They have to leave all the way, and the damage doesn't stop as Geordie gets Kazuki along with Af here, and this is huge. They should just keep this going.
Yeah,
3 down.
Including a demo that's still 6 seconds away from spawning in. Kazuki at very, very late death. There's all the pressure already into last once more. SKEDDA doing so much damage over towards these last couple of players in these spawn shutters. They can't even get out of spawn. The pipes, the stickies, all doing the damage. Cap time already coming through. SKEDDA, the Ubercharge finally will be forced out from the dogs. Actually traded, and Geordie gets caught in the meantime. Maybe this isn't all that bad for the dogs if they have a good post Uber.
Yeah, but they get Onga straight away here, and the positioning's looking really solid. If they are focusing up these plays, they should be winning this one out. Careful though, Menix, if you lose this, it could be lost for your team. And they just back out here on SKEDDA. They don't want to take these risky fights. They know there's no reason to. They're 2 rounds up.
Yeah, absolutely. And SKEDDA and Mak very, very lucky to get away with their lives. They both took a whole host of spam on the way out there. But again, like you say, there's no need to be too aggressive, no need to be too silly. But again, waiting before the Ubers come up, Geordie already going to bomb in before the gun's fully built up, and now taking so much space, the potential for the rest of the team to come in, but Geordie going to have to bomb all the way back out.
Yeah, well played by Geordie to manage to live there. They were just trying to get some sort of opening pick, right? Unfortunately, Warp does go down to that sentry gun. They just wanted to go for that off-timing sack to see if they could find anything. However, this time, unfortunately, not able to hit. But they've been in this position twice, and they've broken out of it both times so far on the side of SKEDDA. So I wouldn't be so worried that we're going to be in a stalemate for too long. And even if we are, they like putting on the pressure here on SKEDDA. They like doing something pretty much constantly here, as we do see some funny spins coming out. It should be the rest of SKEDDA taking this alley area that they have had a preference for pretty much this whole game.
Yeah, this time though, we've got the Pyro up on Sneaky, I guess fearing these potential bombs in that have done so much damage before by Warped and Geordie. And could be good at further reflecting, especially with no sniper to deal with it as well. So it's going to be all on what these soldiers get despite the Pyro.
Same bomb again
in onto the medic. Oh, one rocket.
Thank God. Thank God it didn't work twice. I was scared. I didn't see the Pyro. I was like, where's he gone? He needs to be close. Nice pick onto base. God, this really opens things up, actually. Oh, and a pick onto Geordie as well. That's 3 down on SKEDDA. If they can get healthy and get in this fight, they should be taking second here on the dogs.
You kind of have to, right? There's 9 minutes left, 3 minutes in the round time. If you're ever going to push out, now is the time. They want to at least get this Ubercharge out. Mak drops all the way in, gets taken down by a straight pipe from Yimpo straight over the top. This could get the dogs back into this round. There is a salvage attempt over towards Martin, who is going to live throughout all of this ordeal so far. SKEDDA going to bomb in. Geordie so far back. The dogs, there is still life in them yet. As they try and push mid.
So nice. What a nice pipe from Yimpo. Loses his life for a bit. Doesn't matter. Mak is such a crucial pick coming out here. Only just spawned now, so 60% advantage for the dogs. They've been so respectful as well throughout this whole game on SKEDDA. They don't want to lose their players when they go on to last, so they're not sacking anyone, they're not losing anyone, they're not making the mistakes, but they're not getting the forces for these Ubers. And if the dogs can come in onto second and quickly rotate onto last here, this is a golden opportunity for them to take a round here and take it ever so closer to SKEDDA.
Yeah, it's got to be quick though from SKEDDA. It's 40% from dogs, excuse me. SKEDDA 40% Ubercharge down so far as the push already coming in over towards the second point. It seems like they're getting it for free as this ad dwindles down to 20%. Menix in the forward spawn and the sniper could put a wrench into works, but actually goes down. That's a really important pick. If the pressure's going to come in straight away, there'll be no sniper to pick off any classes in towards this lobby. So the dogs, they might want to sack very, very early.
Yeah, they let this Uber even out. I thought they were going to be able to go on it, but taking it slow and steady. Need to be careful of those stickies from base. God, Sack are coming in here, but not really able to get anything. Phoenix deleted by the man, the myth, the legend of base God. It's a 3-man sack here. It's a 4-man sack. The medic might even die. Oh, they get so much cap time. Martin lives. The Uber gets forced. What a play from the dogs!
That is the best 4-man sack I've seen in quite a long time. Straight in, gets the force out, and look at the cap time. By the time they push back in, there will still be cap time on this point, unless second point is to flip into the red. It seems like SKEDDA, that's their plan so far. They're playing so aggressive onto the second point, but the spawners are coming in. All the forward spawns are in. There is pressure over towards Yimpo, but they're being blasted away. Martin, though, taken down by the sniper in the background. It's falling apart for dogs, and again, the sniper doing so good. It's after this time. The damage is coming in. There's a last salvage attempt from these last couple of soldiers on the dogs, but it is crumbling crumbling.
Oh, and Phoenix unable to get the crucial rockets there onto Mak. So now, what was looking so good for the Dogs, we were giving them such high praise for how they're staying into this game. It's completely crumbled here, and the advantage completely going to SKEDDA here. Spawner's not even fully up onto second here. There's no chance. And a bomb onto Martin, 100 damage done. Jordy. Oh, you're so close to greatness, my son. Can't quite find it this time, so will retain their heals here, but they will not retain any sort of Uber advantage, as it is Mak getting up on this Uber now, and it is going to be the rest of SKEDDA taking into lobby. Looks like they want to take it in from lower. Has had so much success in the past.
Yeah, they've had a very good conversion rate in these Uber ad pushes, and with a player up as well, it's going to make it all the more easy as Base God going to jump in, take out this gun on the left-hand side, turn the attention to the right-hand spawn. There's so many players all bursting back out. Mak gets
so much damage
as well. The damage from Lucas is utterly monumental. Omga taken down heavy out of the picture. These spam classes taking so much on the Dogs. Only 3 left alive, but these Uber charges almost up from Martin. They might just be able to salvage this.
Yeah, Martin is up with this Uber now. They can't drop Phoenix here though. They do have to use, but will they be able to get any picks with this? If they can get anyone with this, it keeps them in the game for now, but just not able to. Everyone escapes on the side of SKEDDA with such a minuscule amount of HP. Now Mak, once again, Uber advantage, about 60%. Oh, they are making it close on the Dogs. They're not making it easy for them.
No, absolutely not. But again, it's not the end of the world for SKEDDA in this situation. They're the ones who are up 2 rounds. There's 5 minutes left on the clock. With another Uber ad push, so long as they basically either get a killer or force onto Martin, they're happy regardless, because of the amount of time it would take for the Dogs to get back into this game. There is going to be a level 3 gun built up by the time the push comes in, and here it is. It's coming in from Dungeon right now.
Yeah, see if they can do a better job straight onto Martin here. This is such a good play, but Martin, he's dodging, but he can't dodge enough there as he goes down. Yimpo, a second casualty here, and now this looks like such a surefire thing. There has to be a miracle play coming out. Heavy taken down. Lucas is hitting everything, and it's over here for the Dog. One final straggler. He goes down. SKEDDA take a 3-0 lead.
This is why people say Lucas is one of the best demos we've got in TF2. Just occasionally players like that just hits genuinely everything, every sticky, every pipe, so clean. And what a clean push that was from SKEDDA. Straight in, 3-0, very little time left. I fear we might be entering garbage time.
Yeah, it is about that time now where things maybe get a little bit messy, but if you are the Dogs here, you need to keep trying your best. You need to keep going crazy here. You need to take it to SKEDDA, because there's still at least a minimum of another map to play for here, right? Definitely their most dominant so far, right? They've got Mak down straight away, but they've been trading that spam, and they've had really good initiative from the soldiers. Phoenix has been going for those bombs, seeing if he can get anything, and then fading away if he can't. But they're just not able to get that second soldier in, because he's just spotted straight away. So I think they need to change something up on that second soldier if they really want to get anything going on the Dogs. We'll see if the prediction comes true here as we are onto this 4th mid.
Yeah, we'll see what the Dogs can do on this final one. It might... There is technically chance for a comeback, but it's so slim at this point. It's going to have to be quick if the Dogs are to get anything. But so far, it seems relatively slow from both of these sides. Aggression taken up towards the top left from the Dogs. And again, KritzKast toying with the idea of bombing in top right, but taken so low by the spam. Look at these health bars over on the blue side, already dropping 1 player. Mak takes a fair bit of spam, has to go back for a pack over towards the cheese as the bombs come in now, trying to land it onto Martin, and it's crumbling again. The Dogs, they're getting absolutely crushed. 4 survive for SKEDDA.
Oh, and here comes the chase here, the demo 1v1. This is the worst kind of MG. Oh, disrespect. The whole team comes in, and that is a wipe there for the Dogs. This is worst possible situation here. SKEDDA starting to look more and more dominant as the game goes on. They're just not able to really get anything started. They're playing so chill on the side of SKEDDA, playing that spam perfectly. I think Warp is such a crucial man. Just sat on that flank, making them think he could jump at any time. He's always a threat, and they're always so worried. And then he's just sending 48 spam rockets up constantly, and that just makes the medic so scared. If you get caught by that, or your demo man gets taken low, you've lost that mid. And unfortunately, they've been playing it well on the side of SKEDDA, as they are going to have the opportunity to push on last one. New advantage here, and it's onto Base God.
Yeah, again and again hitting the shots. Martin getting deleted, gun down as well. These stickies, these pipes doing so much great work. The Dogs dropping players all over the shop. Only 3 left open. There's no one left to try and salvage back onto this point. SKEDDA 4-0, and there's actually still time for a 5th if they really want one after this.
Yeah, they are mopping up here, and a 5-0 does not feel good if you are the Dogs here. They just need to go for something different here. They did the exact same thing this time as the Dogs have done previously, but KritzKast just failed his jump this time, so it was even worse. They basically just had a mid here. I think they just need to go for something SKEDDA's not expecting, something aggressive, something outside of the normal playbook here, because they've just been playing it so well on SKEDDA with this mirror match out kind of mid.
Yeah, these spam rockets, like you say, from Warp, the spam from Lucas has been so strong. And the Dogs, there's 2 minutes left. They're playing for their pride at this point. Can they get another mid on the board? Like that first one so long ago, Martin taking 100 damage of spam at the start of the mid is not the way they were looking to start it out, but is going to get healed back up. Input taken super weak as well. Phoenix, Kazuki, both going to bomb towards the top right, threatening to go in, but they're denied so well again by SKEDDA.
Yeah, they just don't really seem like they can get anything started. However, a nice pick on to Menix, then Warped as well. Good bomb by Jordy, though. It's denying any hopes, any dreams they would have had. He's just been such a standout player, but the bomb comes in from Phoenix. Can he find the final rocket? Is it full damage? Oh, Mak! What a clutch play here. Great surf, doesn't take the full damage, lives to see another day here. Silver lining, Martin lived this, right? Do they just go for something here on the Dogs? Or do they just say, YOLO, fuck it?
Well, there's a minute left.
Let's push out to second. Let's take a funny trade here.
Yeah, you may as well.
No, get off the engineer.
There's a minute left. Have some fun.
Now, it looks like they want to play serious, keep their head in the game for this one. We'll see what SKEDDA does. I think they have to maybe take a note out of how SKEDDA like to play here. And I think it's been to go for Martin here. Last 2 pushes of work, it's been an Uber straight out to Martin. Doesn't look like they get on him straight away. Get the force out eventually here, pushed back. It is a trade out, and it's huge damage from Kazuki. Takes down Mak here. Another nice air shot onto this soldier. Surely he goes down. However, that will be a wipe. Big stuff from the Dogs here, but it's too little too late. 20 seconds left on the clock. It's garbage time. There's no way they can get around, but good on them for playing seriously, making sure that they understand how to get a push, want to get these last defenses down, but next map, we're going somewhere completely different.
We absolutely are. Matt going to have some fun on the pyro. The thermal thruster is out. Going to try and land it in. Is he going to get the kill into Yimpo? Gets it. The taunt is out. The headless pyro is the one to finish off the map. 4-0.
All it took was a good night's rest here.
It's all about these chances they're letting slip. They've had a couple of pointers, like we say, those Uber pushes. Even the first mid, remember, it was going so well for them. But it just their last push in, it was just not coordinated enough. It feels like there might have been some panic there, and especially when that happens so early into the game, you've not fully got into the zone. First game on stage for a lot of these players, the nerves will have been high, and they just in those moments they cracked when they had their few opportunities.
Yeah, we saw them struggling with the same problems yesterday.
I think they're probably happy that game happened when it did, personally. That was the only game they played yesterday, and now they've thought, right, this is all gone wrong. What went wrong? How did it go wrong? Was it preparation? Was it didn't get enough sleep? Was it anything like the setup that they had? And they've had time to fix it for the games in the lower brackets. They are going to have a stacked schedule. If they make it all the way to the final, it's best of 3, best of 3, best of 5 today. It could be an absolute slaughter for them in terms of their energy, but it's at least they've had that game yesterday. They haven't had that in a grand final, in a lower bracket game.
Yeah, fatigue always sets in, especially when you have to play all these games. They are going to be playing till like midnight tonight, but we're going to see who is going to be going into that next game against Pepe's Pizza Party as we are rolling out here on Granary. The huge transition from production here. It's on at Yimpo to start us off here, Ben.
Yeah, so there's some great noise coming out from the crowd. They want to come back from the Dogs, I am sure. They're all eager for map number 3, but it's going to happen in the server first. Big pressure coming off from Lucas, who's actually taking very weak. Yimpo as well. 10 HP, gets an arrow just in time for Martin. Yimpo's getting nuked.
Huge bombs coming in here.
Phoenix.
Trying to find the medic here. Lots of damage. The scout's still in, but they're cleaned up so well on the side. SKEDDA, there's a soldier in behind. It's going to be Jordy. He gets in. He gets Martin. Deleted from this server here. And it's all SKEDDA on this first mid.
That was so close to greatness from the Dogs. The bombs in looked so fantastic. They do a huge amount of damage, but it's just spread across 4 players. If that had stacked up onto a medic, onto a Delman a bit earlier on, perhaps the mid could have turned around. But great counter-aggression there from SKEDDA. They were straight in onto the combo. Martin taken down extremely late. It is a full 100% advantage, and SKEDDA already making their way into last.
Luckily, Warps did go down there. There was some good early aggression to try to find that early pick, and that's exactly what happened here. So I think they slow down here. You don't really want to go out without this soldier here. However, SKEDDA have done crazier things as they are setting up on this left-hand door. This looks like there's going to be a base god Uber in straight away, and that's exactly what's happening.
Yep, straight in onto the left-hand side. The gun in a bit of an awkward spot to get to straight away. It takes a little bit of time to go down, but now we've seen this time and time again. Basically going to jump over towards his right-hand side. Actually gets denied a little bit on the way across, but these pipes are still landing plenty of damage. The cap time is so good, and that's what's going to seal the deal. SKEDDA, less than 2 minutes into map number 2, they have planted their foot.
Making it look simple there. I was a little worried that they weren't getting Martin there, and that it could potentially kind of roll into, you know, them getting some kills. They had to back out there on SKEDDA, and then the dogs can take that uber advantage and then bully them at least all the way onto mid there. But no, the positioning from the side of the dogs was all on the low ground, really far away from the point. No stickies, no soldiers ready to bomb, and they completely exploit that on SKEDDA and take an easy first round here.
Yeah, and again, that mid-fight was so clutch from SKEDDA, just keeping their players alive only just enough. And Lucas has actually trapped out a fair few players up in top garage already, meaning it's going to be a slower start now for the dogs this time around. It's just about this high ground, taking this space. Phoenix just going to put the spam rockets over towards enemy catwalk, but Warped, the first one to go for an aggressive jump in on this right-hand side, is going to have to fade around now as everyone's just taking this space. The dogs actually got a good deal of high ground here.
Yeah, they have, but they haven't been able to initialize on anything. As I say, that bomb comes in first off. It is going to be KritzKast going down as the Soldier of Warp gets out on 3 HP here. They have to use the Uber here. Mak doesn't have it, 95%, but he's in no danger at all. They do take down Lucas and Jordy with this Uber. However, they have to be a little bit careful as they love this aggression here on the side of SKEDDA. They're playing it safe for now. They know they don't have to push. They know they're around up. There's no point of doing these city plays, but this gives time for the side of the dogs to set up. They have this high ground positioning. They're going to be able to spam down here and all be buffed up and make it as hard as possible with SKEDDA as they are pushing him through choke.
Yeah, the Demo Man down as well from Lucas was a really late death, so they really don't want to be going in without that Demo Man, and that buys so much time for the dogs. Yes, there was big diss out, but now it's only 50%, and by the time the push comes in, Mak actually taking a lot of damage on the way through as well. He's going to slow things down even more. It's actually only 30% advantage. Cap going to be given over, but as soon as this cap is picked up, Martin's going to have Ubercharge.
Mak has been doing such a good job of holding onto these Ubers in these awkward situations and honestly not dropping it too often here. So that's really clutch to stay on that 30 HP, not forced. Now it means they should be able to start aggressing into this yard area here. Menix in so deep here without a single other player on his team. The rest of the side just chilling back, trying to get something going. Menix finally going down, but my God, did that take a while.
Yeah, but now with the scout down, perhaps there's an opportunity to peep in a little bit. If you're over on the dogs, it's tough. Granary into
mid.
Yeah, into Granary mid, it's tough, but maybe you can have a little poke. They don't want to lose a soldier. That is the absolute worst thing they can do because of these chokes. They have to hold on to him. Yeah, with only a scout down, they decide, you know what, we're just going to chill, we're going to hold on, and we're going to wait and see what the first move from SKEDDA is. I'm
surprised we didn't see a Menix sniper come up here after the success that he had last game. I thought, oh, surely he's just sacking in to go sniper here, but no, they're going to stay cookie cutter. And it looks like they want to send some pressure into choke here. Usually send a soldier and a demo man. Oh my goodness, just destroying Omega. Their app at least traded, so it's a 1-for-1 here, but having that player down, having that lack of spam as Warped is able to jump in, goes for the high bomb here. Can he find the mark on Martin? Not able to. Really nice from Sneaky to defend his medic there. Oh, but the bomb onto Mak, 125. KritzKast finds the force here. What a goat he is. That's so nice. But now they've got the challenge of having to try to actually push into Granary mid. Even with this balloon, but it's so hard.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned in the pre-game how big of a player KritzKast could be for this team. A land veteran at this point goes and gets the team into a good situation. The dogs now with the ad going to try and push in. There's players potentially looking to take the fight over on SKEDDA, but they're all losing, and the big bomb comes in though, and actually it's Warped who gets the force out. Really nice play, getting onto that Uber charge from Martin. Plenty of players falling actually. Warped still. How are you living? The pickaxe is even out. 4 HP. Sneaky just about lives.
Yeah, that's a little bit scary there. The aggression doesn't stop for the dogs, though. It's Phoenix. Oh my goodness, how does he not lose his life? They're playing on a knife's edge here on the dogs, but this is what they need to do. They are not the favorites here. They need to keep the aggression going, but they're going to back out. They're going to play it safe. They're going to play the long game. They're going to let SKEDDA take a little bit of position here.
Yeah, because they're favoring this Uber charge almost up from Mak, and it's still only at 60% over on Martin. Look at the space being taken. Jordy already spamming rockets down into the garage, and yeah, they're having to retreat. We see passive traps being put up by Yimpo. Players coming in now from SKEDDA in through garage. They are actually close to getting Uber charge here with the dogs. They can re-aggress perhaps, but they've lost so much ground here. This is just to be a free point for SKEDDA.
It looks like it's going to be a death here at choke unless, unless Phoenix gets very lucky here. These players are keen-eyed and ready here. And what do you do if you're the dogs here? You've got a player down. They've been so good at coming in and getting some aggression. It looks like it's going to be a flank bust here, and this time Menix is going to have a little bit of company. As actually, no, they're sending the heals round. It's Af getting the first kill onto Sneaky. It's Af getting on the second onto KritzKast, and they're crumbling under the pressure as they lose a third on the dogs. Sent back to last. And look, they're still chasing Ben.
It's worse than being sent back to last. There's 7 seconds before the first spawners are even here. Yes, Second's going to get up. The pressure is already in, and the force is already out. Geordie in with some really good rockets there on to Mak. Übercharge comes back out though from Mak onto this point. They really want to fight this. Phoenix going to have to bomb in and try and block with the spawners. They're so far away. 22 seconds on Phoenix. After that death, and Cap is going to come through. SKEDDA 2-0. They are coming out.
Yeah, playing that so well on the side of SKEDDA, taking those micro advantages. It's just one pick. And that's all it really takes for them sometimes, right? I think it's honestly that crucial Phoenix pick coming out here. That's so unlucky that he didn't manage to get the kill there with the pickaxe. But look at this. This was such a good heads-up play to send Af in with that soldier. He cleans up the flank. There's no other soldier to help follow up. They have to leave, and Martin eventually forced on last here. SKEDDA taking a quick 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and something has to change about these mids. We've seen the last couple. Mak has been doing a phenomenal job, and this is not the change they were after. Lucas almost getting the kill onto Input straight away before the mid has even got going, but that's going to mean the Input is out of the fight now for so long, trying to run around, get some health packs as Geordie using the space to try and bomb in. Big damage onto Sneaky, onto Phoenix, onto pretty much everyone here in the blue choke. 3 fall, and again, SKEDDA, they don't want to slow down. They are already in onto Yard.
I just don't think they should be staying in these fights. Yimpo going down, he loves these aggressive plays. Was a little caught in there, can't really blame him for that one. But Geordie on the chase here.
He fancies it, he fancies it.
He should fancy it as he gets the first rush. He finds a second. Geordie clutching up, getting Martin. This is looking so nice for SKEDDA now, keeping that full Uber advantage. Just going to have to wait for that soldier to come up. But that doesn't even matter last time. They just walked in without a soldier, and it worked flawlessly.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is as well, when it's a drop rather than a force, it means there's no buffs on these players. If the push comes in quick, there's going to be just flat, like 200 health soldiers when it comes in. Martin finally going to start buffing up a couple of these players. But this push from SKEDDA already grouping up in lobby. They're going to come in from far left. There are some stickies to negotiate on the way through, but we've seen Lucas in these situations before. He's so good flying through.
Yeah, looked surgical last time. Martin in a slightly awkward position, doesn't get caught out early here. Uber is flash route players. They want to play the cap point. No one gets on.
They're so far back. They fear so much.
But this is exactly what happened before. Exactly the same Uber, and they do exactly the same problem, right? I feel like they should have a game plan of how they counter it. We've got some Benpl love in the crowd over here. And it's looking good for SKEDDA so far on this map.
This bomb from Geordie, like, that's the problem. When you've got a soldier running out with you rather than a scout, you don't get the extra bit of speed. But it's really good shots, nevertheless, from Geordie. 3-0, less than 10 minutes played for Granary. This is Granary 80% territory, to be quite honest. We saw they had a good go at it yesterday on SKEDDA, but it slowed down later on. They have changed things slightly on the right-hand side. Input taking so much damage once more, though.
Yeah, I think this is a bit of a critical thing. Yimpo takes a lot of damage at the start. They can't really stay in here. Already bombs onto Martin. The poor man just can't get a break here. They need to get onto Mak. He's 50 HP for some previous bombs throughout all of this, but no one but Omga really in any sort of situation to take some aggression here. Can he find this kill on Waltz? He can. This starts things up, and Omga has been so consistent throughout this tournament.
And Mak gets caught in the background as well by Sneaky. Sneaky got a 4K on the mid, and he's still fighting, still up, and there is still Bark in the dog. The dogs, they have to come back 3-0 down. They have to stay in this series. If they lose this, no medals for them. They are going home empty-handed. And again, each of the individual plays, Sneaky taking the team on his back. Great cleanup from the flank scout.
Af already on the engineer here, so they're expecting to get pushed back to last, but the aggression not really there yet from the dogs. They've been taking it a little slowly, making sure they're buffed up, have kept a small advantage here, so might be able to push on second, but they have a sniper, they have demo traps, they have so much to worry about. It's going to be so difficult to utilize this advantage at all, as they're spamming as well here. And it looks like the dogs are going to have to take this rotate up into lunchbox, Ben.
And this just takes so much more time as well. They're only 20% away from Übercharge, but taking the time up into Lunchbox, I think Mak's going to have, by the time there is any good pressure in, because these explosive classes, like you say, from SKEDDA, they're poised in perfect positions just to buy time for this Uber to come up.
But look at this, they're getting in deep, they're doing the wraparound, they've sent players onto point, and they want to try to get something with this here. But Mak is so far, he gets the Uber comes out from the dogs. I love this aggressive play for them. They stay in this, get the force out, and now they can try to go for a refight, but they've lost 2. They're taking it so messy. They need to be careful Martin doesn't go down as well as the rest of SKEDDA come on through here, but it's good damage from Yimpo. Needs to be careful. Loses his life to Lucas, and now the chase is on. Big jump from Lucas!
Oh,
you can't keep getting away with it.
Lucas, every single time we get on this POV jumping towards the medic, there is literally only one outcome. Martin falls once more, and what a re-aggression it was from SKEDDA. They just got the Ubercharge up in time, and what an unwelcome sight it must have been for the Dogs players there as they were coming in. And yeah, Lucas does not miss those great sync stickies there over on to the retreating medic.
Every time something goes right for the Dogs, it just goes all so wrong with tiny minor mistakes, losing one too many players, not getting value with your Uber that you wanted. Like, I love the game plan that they had. It was such a cool idea to just send it straight into last and make them fear, you know, that they're going to get wrapped around. Manix goes down early though, so that might slow the aggression a little bit, but these soldiers still up top. It's warped, doing a little bit of a waddle jump, trying to get round, gets good damage onto Yimpo, sends the team packing all the way into last as the health is just not good enough. Martin, 85% here, should be getting before SKEDDA can push in. But they've been so good last time, right, on their pushes. Like, does that change this time, or do they just do this last push just as good as they have previously?
I don't know, even though it's even Ubers, I've seen so many good sacks from Warp, Geordie and Lucas might be the one to fly in first. 1 sticky, 2 sticky, the pipe as well, lands straight on the head of Martin, but the damage is not there just yet. A 3-man sack comes in from SKEDDA. Great movement from Martin. I thought that was a foregone conclusion when I saw Lucas landing straight in onto the head, but great moves. Martin hangs on, and with 3 players going down, no force coming out, the Dogs can start to walk forward and start taking control of this second point.
I mean, Lucas has just been so consistent throughout this game here. It looks like it's going to be the classic Geordie force in through Z. We saw him do it yesterday, and it worked out so well. Look at this, they just can't do anything, and now he gets all the space.
Onto Yimpo, no way, you can't be doing that.
Down here. It's disgusting work here, and now the cleanup crew, they're coming in, but actually it's looking good for the Dogs here. Now they should be able to aggress here. Can they find any aggression onto Mak? They need to get something happening. Oh, the bomb air, but Lucas, he just hits here, denies any attempt there.
But in the backline though, Martin was caught. There was a player that got in behind through top lunchbox straight onto the medic. Lucas with the sword, one swing. Oh, almost got the second. Lucas has been getting some crazy plays. That was slightly a bridge too far there for the legendary medic, the legendary demo man, excuse me, over on SKEDDA. But now with Martin going down, massive advantage, pressure already coming in on second. They don't care that they don't have the demo man because Geordie already flying in, already getting kills. Kasuki, Omga both down so far. And the point not long to fall also. These 2 spawners getting denied. There's going to be so much space. It's big Uber ad as well. SKEDDA, they're coming out better in all these situations.
Yeah, if you're the Dogs there, you just can't be affording to lose 2. Especially with not even damaging Mak. If it was a sack in, it's maybe okay because you know they're going to be up for last, right? And you get pushed to last, you've lost 2. And they've got absolutely nothing here. And SKEDDA have been so good with their pushes so far. Got an easy 4 rounds, to be honest. And now they're looking for a 5th, Ben.
Yeah, they are, and they're trying to push in with this Ubercharge once more, still 20% away over on Martin. Bomb comes in far left again, as we've seen many times from Lucas. Going to bomb up towards the top right, the heavy is going to blast it up into the skybox. Plenty of captain coming through. Are the Dogs able to get on it? It seems like they are this time, as a couple of these scout soldiers are there, and Martin, crucially, lives for long enough to get this Ubercharge up. The Dogs, the big shot from Kasuki, keeps them in the round.
So good, but gets on the point, and that is a hair's width away from being capped there. So close there from Base God.
Kasuki was happy with that one. We could hear him all the way over here cheering that one on, and why would you not be? It's kept them in the game, but they're still 3 rounds down. They have something to work with. It's even Ubers. They've taken second. They can take yard as well, but the Dogs, every time they get situations like this, they have to be looking forward. They can't be letting these slip. Bombs coming in already over onto the combo of the Dogs. Warped, Medics both taken weak. Medics taken down as well. Geordie in a little bit of trouble too. The push coming okay so far, but Warped might be having revenge in the works here.
Yeah, need to be really careful here with these even players there, and Warp doing so much damage onto Sneaky here. Has been so consistent throughout this series. Oh no, and the Uber comes out. Are they going to get any picks? Mak has, but he's in no danger whatsoever, and now they're just going to come back and refight them here. Straight onto mid. Does get the force. Nice play from Sneaky. Oh, is he going to get a second as well? No, can't quite find it. That would have been, woo, clutch.
Yeah, the rough part there for that Uber from the Dogs is, Martin get caught as well, but Yimpo was taken out to 4 HP right before the Uber charge comes in. You want Yimpo in that fight. You want him flying in, laying down sticks, landing pipes, getting the force. Nice try from Phoenix. They don't work out every day. And now SKEDDA, they reap the rewards, massive advantage in terms of Ubercharge, and also in terms of players. There's other just spawners coming in, no time for a full gun setup just yet. And Arthur's just going to use the opportunity to stand on the point and try and get as much cap time as they can. Soldiers jumping in, Geordie onto the rest of this combo. Big rocket over onto Martin. The cap just comes through. They cannot get onto this point.
Yeah, they've just been abusing that last hold the entire game. And can you tell whose map this has been so far? Because, yeah, this was
no
SKEDDA's
prizes
map
for
pick,
guessing.
and they are just dominating things, right? It's unfair as it's a 4-0.
That kill from Geordie where he bombs up from the top of, into top of lobby in the middle of the Uber trade, just thinks, oh, there's a demo over there, jumps in, kills the demo, post Uber.
That's
like,
exactly
so
what you
great.
have to do with it though, right? If you're going to trade that Uber, you get a bit of initial damage, you get the force. It's about even, there's no reason to flash. You're like, okay, Mak, last 20%, leave. I'm going to go for a kill. And he always gets that because he's got that bit of extra invulnerability here as the stream has stopped, but the game hasn't, so it's going to be radio class as we are starting things off with a bit of a rogue maker. Sneaky going down first, and the damage is there, but Sneaky gets a melee kill onto Mak here. It's all going crazy, but Mak, at least as a silver lining, will be going down, but not a single other player is going to die here, really, on SKEDDA. Oh, we lost Geordie.
Yeah, Geordie and Mak going down is something, but it's you know, getting Mak is the first piece of the puzzle, but if you're going to lose all 6 of your players to do so, maybe you want to go for a different sort of method. I like the change of pace from the dogs, much more aggressive mid, the melee kill coming out as well is always fun to see, but it's still not what they're wanting, right? 4-0 down on their own last. Yes, it's going to be roughly even on the Ubers, or at least it would be had Mak not come up with the KritzKrieg for this last push. And with it being both medics dying on mid, it's potentially expectable, but I don't know, Lucas KritzKrieg could go pretty huge.
Yeah, absolutely here. We have a heavy up on the high ground. We have I was going to say we have a sniper, we have a scout here. It's making things difficult, but this is maybe more of a setup for what they've been doing previously, and they've just changed things up on this final minute. This 97, it's onto Base God. See what he can do. Can he find True here? Ooh. First stick he doesn't connect, second stick he onto the demo man here, and he's still raining out this damage as he gets 3 players so far in this round. It's just Martin, 85%, and it's just mean from SKEDDA here as they take it 5-0 and will be going onto that lower bracket grand final against Pepis Pizza Party.
What a game from SKEDDA. We saw yesterday what they could do, and today that was arguably even better. Just the players, we mentioned obviously Jordan, everyone stepped up.
SKEDDA is just on a different level right now.
Yeah, absolutely. What a turnaround it was from their fit yesterday. This looked to me at least like a completely different SKEDDA team that came out. But that's not for me to say. That's for our desk to say, because we're going to throw over to our analyst to pick apart SKEDDA and how that game went for them.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the panel, the analyst desk, for that game that we just had between SKEDDA and the Dogs. I feel like that it went pretty much exactly as we thought it was, Turbo.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? It's probably better to put a prediction on what time SKEDDA were going to finish the game, but rather than what scoreline.
Yeah.
Gonna have some like crazy list in the betting, like how many drops are there gonna be, how many air shots. That's really what would have made the ratio better, I think.
I don't know, maybe I'm a negative Nancy,
Side
but
bets.
that game was quite like, I don't know, paint by numbers really. There wasn't even too much highlights in the sense that I think some of the end of round highlights, you saw snapshots of the crowd like passing a drink over. That's just how much excitement was happening
like,
in some of these rounds.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like it was just a very, very convincing game from SKEDDA, sort of showing off what they can do, how they're ready for today. I mean, we mentioned before that they left pretty quickly, and speaking of which, to do with SKEDDA, we do have Mak on stage ready for a player interview, so we're going to go throw it over to him.
Hello, everybody. I'm joined here by Mak, representing Team SKEDDA. And, you know, I have a couple questions for you, and most importantly, how are you guys feeling after winning this one?
Pretty good, you know, we just get to use this as an opportunity to get used to the stage. It's pretty overpowered, actually. We're going to have to be on it the whole day, so get used to it, iron out any technical issues, things like that. So pretty happy with it. Sultry was a bit slow, but first game of the day.
All right, and when it comes to basically running the gauntlet today, right? Like, you're going to have to be on stage 3 times, and the last game being best of 5. How are you guys ready for basically sitting here all day long? How ready are you?
That's my bread and butter. I can't speak for everyone else, but I love gaming, so Get me sat down. I can do all day.